I'm just going to start a game right now, and I'll show you guys a really quick example of the kinds of miracle things that I record. So I'm going to take the best quarterback in world history. This is a quarterback for anybody else in this game. You can run that way and throw the ball that way, and he'll run and he'll throw it like this. The dude will catch it 100% of the time for Patrick Mahomes. Even with like coverage, he should catch it with Patrick Mahomes. Now, I can use Patrick Mahomes and throw the ball to a wide open guy, and I'm not really allowed to touch the football anymore. I'm too good, and I was breaking way too many records. I'm really just not allowed to touch the football anymore. So I can show proof that here's the guy who's supposed to catch it. Here's Patrick Mahomes. He's throwing the ball. For anybody else, obviously, it's a catch. Even if he's like way the fuck over there, it's a catch. I'll throw the ball from here to there, and the ball will come like this, go over his head, and then just turn in the middle of the air, and then fall in the hands of my opponent mysteriously, who's about, let's say, 20 yards away. Now, once again, you know, these are things that no human being alive would ever fucking believe, even some after seeing it. So I'm going to say this again. I can take the best quarterback in the game, throw the ball from here to there. The ball will go over this guy's head and then spin in the air. When I say spin, I mean actually physically impossible turn. It'll do the physically impossible. The ball will go like this, and then it'll turn this way. And when it turns, it'll mysteriously fall right into the hands of my opponent. So I can do things that are physically impossible, and all I'm doing is pushing the button. The people who work at Madden, they're doing the magic, okay? But I'm the one who's God to make them have to do that kind of shit. If you can record that, you'll get every penny back. Don't worry. Right over his head, right? And if you can record any of that, I'm literally the only person in the world who can defy the law of physics. The ball goes up in the air and it just does a turn. Nice little U-turn to fall right into the hand of my opponent. Yeah. I mean, never mind that it wasn't even supposed to go over my receiver's head. It was supposed to go right into his hands. Never mind any of that. No. It conveniently is programmed to go over my head and then do a U-turn and fall into the hands of my opponent. Let me show you what happens when my opponent throws the ball. He'll turn upside down and catch it no matter what. And this next throw is my opponent throwing the ball with the exact same team that I have. So if you have a single functioning brain cell in your head, you should already know that that's the exact same team that I always use. Sometimes I use the Rams, but anyway, that's the same team I always use. Why is it he can throw the ball in coverage like that and jump in the air, catch it, fall down, and still have it? But I throw the ball to somebody who's completely wide open, and the ball sails over his head and then does a U-turn and falls into the hand of my opponent. That's because I'm God. I'm not allowed to touch the football. Here's where I'm not allowed to catch the ball. And if you can record that, you'll get your money back, don't worry. Here's where I'm not allowed to catch the ball. So if you can record that, yeah, you'll get your money back, don't worry. Speaking of way too good, I was getting way too good at reading my opponent's mind and intercepting the ball. Did you not see me there? And how did you not see me there? Because I was there the entire time waiting for you to throw it. And you threw it. Anybody who watches my lives, you already know this. I read my opponent's minds and I know what he's going to do before he fucking knows what he's going to do. Let me show you proof of me reading my opponent's minds, going to where he's going to throw the ball, intercepting the ball, and having that football just bounce off my hands because I'm not allowed to intercept the ball anymore because I was doing that way, way too good. Here's my proof. I would say out of the millions and millions of things they've done, one of the easiest way I make money is when I tell people I'm not allowed to touch the ball. And they're like, what do you mean you're not allowed to touch the ball? Well, if it's just going to fall out of my running back's hands anytime somebody touches him, then yeah, I'm not allowed to touch the football. If you don't understand the significance of what I'm saying, that's on you. Like if you don't have a single functioning brain cell, as I said, that's on you. I am not allowed to touch the football with my running back. Anytime somebody touches him, the ball falls out of his hand. If you don't know anything about this game, he is there to run the ball constantly and get tackled, and he does not drop the ball for anybody else. This is just one example. I'll go into a game right now and show you just one example. What happens when I run the ball and somebody touches my running back? I'm not allowed to touch the football. It's going to fall out of his hands. It's going to say fumble. And you cannot record that even if I gave you 15 million different lifetimes. So there goes the ball falling out of my hand. This is where the ball falls out of my hand. And if you can record that, here's the second fumble of the game, obviously. There goes your fumble. So if you can record that, yeah. I mean, of course you're going to get your money back, right? And there goes the ball falling out of my hands. Could you imagine recording that? The first drive of my game, It's the running back, not the quarterback. It's the running back. And the ball is going to fall out of his hands on the first drive of the game. Nobody touched him. Nobody tackled him. The ball is just going to naturally. You see how the ball just fell out of his hands on that last replay? Can you? If you can record what I just recorded, yeah, you'll get your money back. Don't worry. Don't worry. I hardly ever show proof on basketball, and for me, it's one of the funnest because that proud feeling that I get when I see that I'm not allowed to make a layup with Anthony Davis. And by the way, when I say layup, I'm pushing the power dunk button. Okay, other people, and when I say other people, everybody else on this planet besides me, okay? Other people, Anthony Davis wide open under the basket, you just don't even have to push the power dunk button. Just push the shoot button. He's going to dunk it. He's Anthony Davis. He's not going to miss that. When I push the power dunk button, he'll just miss a layup. Here, let me go in the game and I'll show you what happens when Anthony Davis, for me, is wide open under the basket. If he makes a basket, I'll stick a knife in my own eye. I can say that because I've been recording for like 24 years. I know I'm not allowed to make a basket. I'm too good. I'm God. All right, so Anthony Davis missing wide open layups. That's all good and fun. Let's get a little serious here. I'll go into a game right now and I'll show you that I'm not even allowed to make a layup with LeBron James. Now, for me, that's nothing. Other people might be like, what? I mean, why would you not be able to make a layup with LeBron James? I'm not allowed to. They call me God in NBA 2K. Why would I be allowed to make a layup if I'm that good? That's why I'm not allowed to make a layup. That's why I can record things that no other human being alive would even believe, even if they saw it with their own eyes. Let's get serious here. I'm going to go into a game right now and show you that I'm not even allowed to make a layup with LeBron James. Once again, if you do not understand the significance of the miracle that you are about to witness with your own eyes, it's not my fault that you're a brain-dead dumbass. You want to see the kind of shots my opponents are allowed to make? Here, watch this one. So I'm God, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen before it happens. I'm going to hit the ball. It's going to say good or perfect, and that's going to be an easy out. My opponent's going to hit the ball. It's going to say not a good swing. It's going to say early or late. Those are going to be home runs. Now, there's your perfect swing, and there's your easy out. And that was Mookie Betts. I just need the camera to see good swing, but I'm not allowed to touch the ball. And then the perfect swing, and that's an easy out. Yeah. It said good swing. It said good swing. I'm going to pause this for a second here. They're saying that's a good swing, but you're not allowed to touch the baseball. But yeah, just some of the examples that I can actually show. Also too. Why do people say also too? Both those words mean the same thing. Also too, as well, and another thing, plus